Hello, hello. Annie Callis, what is that?
That's a gorgeous cup.
That's a gorgeous, gorgeous ladies. That's you and I over the Annie and Mindy show, live to you, online at this time. I'm Mindy Stern.
And I'm Annie Callis from Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, welcome to the Annie and Mindy show, the AM show.
It's the AM PM show because the sun is setting down and your sun is rising. So we both have sunshine today.
Two sides of the world. It always amazes me that we can be live online, two sides of the world, communicating like we're sitting in our office, our joint office, drinking our coffee.
I'm having my
cheers
coffee.
To you.
Let me see what background do I want to use today. Do I want to, oh, I did the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I put on a background because I have this horrible window right behind me that takes all the attention and sunlight. I love it. I love it. In your love cave.
My love cave. I feel like I'm in a cave. Oh, it's so romantic.
I love it. So,
and it is a full moon. No wonder.
I feel it.
Have you been moody? Because I have been really like that.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm actually coming out of a slump. So I have been moody, but I feel like I'm really coming out of a slump. And I won't even call it a corona slump because I don't think it has to do anything with corona. It just is a coincidence that it fell in this period. Or maybe it's the world energy, maybe it's the full moon. But right now I am really coming out of a slump. And one of the decisions that I made while coming out of this slump was I was thinking that Mindy Stern, I am the bottleneck to my success. I am the bottleneck to my future. I am the bottleneck to the growth of my company. Big time bottleneck. And if I want to have a huge impact on the well-being of humanity, which I do, you know, my big goal is to change the financial statistics in the world, to reduce the divorce rate, and to have more people have money than struggle with money. More people feel abundance than struggle. And it's all on me. So this big mission, I am holding back on this big mission because everything goes through me. So this week I made a really bold decision that I am going to hire more people. I had spent, thank you. I had spent the last 2 years hiring new coaches. You know, my business is a coaching business, and I have a wonderful methodology to help people get out of, oh, that's not even my phone. I'm sorry about that. I don't even know what phone that is. Anyway, so I want to help a lot of people get out of financial stress and create a life of really of abundance, of mission, of availability. Money is something that supports us to reach our dreams. So that's what I teach. So I figured first I'll get more teachers. You know, if I have such a great methodology and I help people, I need more people to be helping people. And that's what I've been focusing on for 2 years. But now I've got these wonderful coaches and I can't provide them enough business. And they really want to do it. So, and I know how to market. My systems work beautifully, but it's on me to press the button. It's on me to organize and make the sales. So I put out a message 3 days ago. And since then, I'm feeling really, really good. So I have put out a message there to the world and to my community that I'm looking for a marketing person. I'm looking for a copywriting person. I'm looking for a salesperson. You and I were just talking about that. I'm looking for a salesperson. And and I'm looking for a customer support person, which I have, but I want to up it because now I am into big time generating a lot of leads at one time, not just the amount that I can support. No, if I have a big mission, I need a lot of people on board to be able to generate the leads, to talk to the leads, to see how we can help, to get them in our programs. And I want to work on my business instead of in my business, because if I work in my business, I can't help as many people as I really want to help.
Yeah.
That was long intro, huh?
Well, it's actually, I was hanging on to every word you said, because you know what? You're not the only person who has had this realization through wherever it's coming from. But for me, it's an idea that has been floating about for a long time. And we were just talking about our mentor Blair, who teaches sales and teams and leadership. So he always talks about build a team, build a team, build a team, right? So when you get it logically, like we're not stupid people, right? So we get it logically, but when it lands on that cellular level, it's like, wow. So when he made that meeting right at the beginning of when the phenomenon just went berserk,
Yeah.
actually, like, he uses that word phenomenon,
Yeah.
and I actually like it. And I've heard, I don't know who I was listening to. I was listening to one of these leaders, world leaders, right? And I was listening on a podcast or something, and that person called it as a phenomenon also.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
And crisis is not appropriate.
Sorry?
The word crisis, everyone's using this word crisis. It's totally not appropriate for what's going on.
I don't think so either. And I just went, so when Blair got us all together, his team, and he told us about going out and helping people, it was like this amazing injection, right? But 9 weeks ago, I had no idea where it's going to take me, right? So I went full ball ahead, and I just showed up every day. And I do a lot on social media, but I can tell you the following became unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I am close to 5,000 people now.
Wow.
People were requesting they weren't requesting to be my friend. They started following.
Wow.
Right? So that is really great. And even on LinkedIn, I don't know, whatever I have been putting up, more and more people are starting to like it. One of the posts I put up was about relationships. It's about, what's the point of having a mansion and $1 million in the bank if you don't have someone to share it with? I had like 230 views.
Oh,
on
wow,
LinkedIn.
amazing.
That for me, I mean, there's people that have like 69,000 views on LinkedIn. But for me, that was big because I'm not, much on LinkedIn. So I got full ball ahead and I was talking and supporting everybody and all of that. And all of a sudden I'm going, okay, I'm doing meetings, webinars, coaching calls, talking to new prospects, people that are looking at getting relationship coaching and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden I'm going, hang on, when am I doing the work, like the actual admin? And, like, I'm part of other groups, I've got responsibilities with other, joint ventures and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there going, holy, I can't cope. And the penny dropped. I need a team. I need a team. Now the whole thing is figuring out what is it exactly that I need them to do. So now the stress head is back on, going, because I know about VAs, but they say you have to scan everything to send it to the VA. What's the point? I just type it up myself. By the time I finish scanning everything and fixing it all up and sending it to them, I might as well type it up. So that's somehow, So I can't now. I got to click that in myself. So what do I give this person?
Yeah.
The marketing person, yeah. And now that you said a salesperson, I'm going.
Listen, the way I work, Annie, it's all very structured. I just created this amazing business, really amazing business. The first few years of it, I was learning and wasn't making any money, but then something clicked in, just like maybe that I'm at a point now, something switched in the world, and then I started to build systems. I started to learn about systems and build systems. So I have systems. I'm not starting from the beginning. I have things that work. I know how to generate leads. I have tools. I have assets, marketing assets which generate leads. What's stopping from generating leads is me pushing the button, me having the time to, okay, what do I want to promote now, pushing the button, and then being available to handle the influx of calls, which is a
Well,
problem.
that's my problem, because I have content coming out my ears, but it's getting someone to do it for me.
It's the content. It's getting someone to take that content and drive them someplace and do something with them. So I need someone to, I have a calendar. You should see this calendar I made of what I want to look at for the year. I mean, I just got to show you guys because it's ambitious,
Yes.
but it's so doable. Where is share screen? It's so doable, but I can't do it by myself. Here, I'm gonna make it big. Oh, it's in Hebrew, so I'm sorry that it's in Hebrew, but you can get the gist. Every line is a month. You know, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then I have all the days going down of the month. Okay? So I have everything in color except for the dark blue. The dark blue are holidays. Everything that is in color is an activity, a seminar, a webinar, a workshop, whatever that I want to do, a preview that I want to do. And it's all, but you know, if it's up to me, like it's been up to me to say, okay, now is the day we start promoting, it doesn't happen. So I want to build this calendar with a marketing person, show them all the assets I have, and say that you are responsible for making this happen. You are responsible for making this happen. That's it. You know, it all exists. They don't have to invent the wheel. And then when they make that happen, then I say to the next person, you are responsible for calling up all the people who reach out and want to join these programs. That's all that you do, specialization. And then when they want to join these programs, when they have interest, make an appointment, then they go to the salesperson who actually checks their needs. You know, check their needs. They want something. Let's see if their needs match our capabilities, our skill set. And if they do, see what's the best path for them to take within our system. Specialization. And this way I can work more on women leading into the future, and I can develop new programs that I want to do, like Awaken Your Financial Genius, and things will happen, and then it will be serving more people. Don't you get it? If I'm a bottleneck, then I can't serve people that are out there who need help financially, and I am not accessible to them because of me.
I get it, and I also have to tell you, I'm really excited to know that you are my marketing coach and my financial coach. So guess what? I'm gonna ask you to help me create my own thing. So it's really great. And if you you know, I'm gonna also have to think about how to create all this from a financial perspective, because you got to pay people. But you know my friend Simao, the branding guy.
Yeah.
Right? He had the same awakening.
Really?
He's a one-man show, and he likes the creativity, but he's also a great communicator. So he has great meetings, and he's an amazing presenter. And I don't know if you guys have connected on Facebook, but he's also a mover and a shaker and a real influencer. Like the stuff that he posts, sometimes I need to read it 3 times.
Really? Wow.
And he makes you think. So some people just go, "You too intense, man."
Wow.
He's not intense. He's just so real, and he puts it out there raw. He's fantastic. And I said to him, I go, you're not going to be a graphic artist for much longer. I said, because you have bigger fish to fry with the things that you know and how you think. You can really lead people.
Wow.
And he said, I know. And he realized that he needs to put some of his work out to people, because he just can't do it anymore.
Wow.
He's overwhelmed. And the other night I sent him a message. I needed to speak to him really badly. And he sent me a message at 11:30 at night. And he said, I just got home and I just had dinner.
Wow.
Can I call you in 5 minutes? I said, no. I said, see if you can call me tomorrow morning. Right? He said, okay, I can call you tomorrow morning. So it was like, and he goes from 6. So he does his workout, he does his whatever his morning ritual is, him and his wife and the dog and the cats. And then he gets on, and then he's meeting after meeting. So I think this phenomenon has been a godsend, you know, and some people might get upset about me saying that. Definitely not a godsend for those that haven't been well.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that life does go ahead, and we don't need to die because other people have. We need to continue in their honor.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. They didn't have a choice. We do, and we have to make this world a better place. That's how I look at it.
Beautiful, Annie.
Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm really scared to say something about this stuff, but I look at it and I learned to always look at the upside of things. And, you know, when I'm having a hissy fit and a bad day, I'm going, oh God, okay, I look forward to the upside of this, but it does come out again. But I learned that from Linda, you know, our friend Linda Gale. I've known her now since 2011.
Yeah, wow, long time.
And when we really became friends more since 2013, we just did all these events together, and we're like, hey, how you doing? But then we became closer when we traveled together to do Master Facilitator in Phoenix.
Ah, wow.
In May 2013, and since then we've been friends.
You Master Facilitator in 2013.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Long time ago.
And UPDP.
I remember when the music used to make me dance, smile. I'm singing with the wrong words. Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I did the second UPDP, which is Ultimate Personal Development Program. It is an absolutely, seriously transformational program. And that was, I would say, like one of the biggest pivotal moments in my life.
Yeah, I think also UPDP was for me as well. But now that we're speaking about Blair's programs, they're all amazing. Master Facilitator Program, UPDP, Ultimate Personal Development Program is fantastic. And now Blair has taken this phenomenon and is going online. So in a couple of weeks, I think the 19th of June, he's going to be doing something he calls the Powerful Sales Presentations, which is much more than that. It's really, if you're talking about you want to be a leader, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to create a team, you want to get your message out there into the world, then he teaches those skills, how to do it on a very human, heartfelt, authentic way that actually moves people and shakes people and really ignites a spark in whoever you're presenting to. So if you are interested, if you're an entrepreneur or even a regular person who has a big mission and wants to get their voice heard in whatever it is that you are presenting to the world, then do sign up for Blair's program, Powerful Sales Presentations. And it'll be online. It's going to be an online program for, I don't remember how many days he's going to do it. Both Annie and I already did the program years ago. If you did Master Facilitator in 2013, I can imagine when you did what we called it Train the Trainer when we did it. I did in 2016 or 17, Train the Trainer.
Yeah, I did Train the Trainer in 2012. But Train the Trainer is that's a T. Harv Eker program, whereas Powerful Sales Presentation was something that Blair created a long time ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if Train the Trainer is based on PSP.
Yeah, I think it is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know that when we did the certification, they were equivalent.
Yes.
You could do either or to get certified as a Blair certified trainer.
So Powerful Sales Presentation actually helps you how to present in front of people. So whether you're in a corporate environment, whether you are actually a speaker or a presenter, or even in front of your family, it is really powerful. and it really connects you to your crowd.
Yeah, I think it connects you first to your mission, your purpose, and then being able to present that to people in a very true, authentic, powerful, there's no mistake that it's called powerful presentations. It's a very powerful way to do it. So if you have anything to say that you want to be heard, and it could be at home, at work, in the community, wherever, hobby, whatever it is that moves and shakes you that you want to put out there in the world, it is highly, highly, highly recommended. Another part of Blair Singer's genius.
Absolutely. You know, this morning when I did my miracle morning, I did the affirmations. I pulled out the affirmations from Trainer, Making the Stage, and Warrior Camp. And oh my God, it felt so powerful.
They're wonderful affirmations.
Yes, they are. And when I did the warrior ones, my son was like, "Wow, Mom," because I do it on Zoom. I do Miracle Morning on Zoom with him.
Oh, how
right?
nice!
And how's this? I did a Miracle Morning every Sunday at 10 o'clock. I do a live Miracle Morning.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for relationships, right? For romantic relationships. So then we had Mother's Day in Australia, and I thought, well, why don't I do a Mother's Day one, right? And so Julian was with me. No, actually, I did it. Sorry, I did it by myself, and then he turned up at my door and surprised me, right? So then he stayed with me for a week. So the next Miracle Morning, I did about parents and kids. So he did it with me. People were loving it.
Wow.
Loving it.
Great.
And he really enjoyed the Miracle Morning. So I said to him, well, you're going to stay with me for a week. Do you want to do it every morning? He said, yes, let's do it. So we were doing it every morning. And then on Friday and Saturday, we didn't get a chance to do it for whatever reason. I can't remember now. And Sunday, when he was studying, he looked at me. He said, I can't concentrate. I said, well, then stop. You've been doing it for a while. He goes, no. He goes, I didn't do the Miracle Morning for 2 days. He said, I feel it.
Wow.
No, this was Saturday night. It was Saturday afternoon. So then Sunday, my girlfriend came over. So I did a Miracle Morning for friends.
Yeah.
Right? And he came into, so it was a riot. This was probably the most unorganized Miracle Morning you can imagine. Because all these people from our past were turning up from high school.
Really? Wow.
We had a group of 4 girls in high school and we were inseparable. And one of them turned up on my live.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
Just like that. So then, you know that you can invite people into your life. So she came on. So we were yelling. Then Julian is running around and he comes in and gives his 2 bobs. Oh my God. I can't believe people stayed.
That's so
it was just crazy. It was a crazy Miracle Morning. But yeah, he said, so I said to him, well, you're going back to your dad's. I go, do you want to do it on Zoom? He's there every morning at 7:15, ready to go.
Really? That is so amazing. Very cool.
And every time I see
my kids doing a lot of things, Miracle Morning is not one of them. Yet. Not one of them yet.
Well, clearly for him, I don't know how long we're going to do this, but for as long as possible. And I started to get him. So we, instead of whatever exercise, we do stretching because he really needs to stretch. And it's been interesting. And I've been noticing he's getting every day a little bit better and a little bit better.
Wow, that is great.
So that's really great. Now, if I could just get my son to work for me to do all my editing and stuff, but that's another.
Nice.
I think you got to have a really good. I don't want to say a really good relationship because I have a fantastic relationship with my son. Mm-hmm. But when it comes for him working for me, he does the work, but he only works when he needs money to buy something. So I said, I actually need you like regularly.
Yeah.
A lot of studies to do, Mom. He's at uni. I said, all right. don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna need somebody else.
You need a
Yeah.
team.
So,
You
well,
need
that's I like your calendar.
Man, my
I really
calendar
like your
is
calendar.
kick ass.
It's so.
I did it this way. I mean, I learned how to do it this way. I didn't invent it. I learned how to do it this way, but this way that I always have in front of me my year. So when someone asks me to do something and what am I planning, and if I want to get involved in another project or whatever, I see it in one piece of paper, the whole thing. And then also a lot of things that I have, they're consecutive on Mondays. I mean, I only do Mondays. I do webinars on Mondays. Sometimes I do them on Wednesdays. That's it. So when I do a program and then block it off, and they follow each other, because one of the things that you learn in marketing is that people like consistency. Consistency gives people a sense of trust, structure. People trust structure. So if I have structure that I'm doing the last Monday or the third Monday in every month, I'm doing an online consultation call, then people get used to that. They know that they can count on that. You know, it seems to them organized, and it gives a sense of security. So I do things like on the same days, Wednesdays and Mondays, something happens, and I do my courses on such and such days. And so you can also see it across the board, you know, how it works. Because I have like the first Monday of every month and the second Wednesday of every month. And it's like, now I just need someone to make it happen.
That's what I need. So you know, I was telling you about Alfredo in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a little, I don't know how to call it, a little joint venture. So I'm gonna do some videos for him, some training videos. So I spoke to him the other day, 2 days ago, and we're talking, and it is a multi-level marketing business, and it's all based on education, and the education is based around these 13 habits. So they have this journal, and then they go through it, and they repeat. So they have all these courses that people can take to learn to develop themselves in every area of their life, right?
Right.
So I was going to do something about relationships. So then we started talking. We're talking about it is a multi-level marketing business. And once he gets it organized in Mexico and then in the States, so he's got it in English, I thought about bringing it to Australia, right? Because it's a good product. I really like it, right? I had a look at it and I really like it. And it makes sense. So instead of selling products, you know, makeup and skincare products and vitamins, which there's dime a dozen, this would be a very different type of MLM company.
Right.
So we start talking, and he goes, you have experience in direct selling, don't you? I go, yeah, quite a bit, 13 years, right? And he said, well, because why don't you, when you do your videos, use some of that, speak to these people. And then we went on a different tangent, and the whole thing changed. And he said, okay, because, and I was telling him about my, about what I achieved in this business. And he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. So now the whole, everything's shifted. It's about relationships within, because it's one thing that I noticed in direct selling, any type of direct selling, is marriages really suffer. And I asked him, I said, how many women do you have in this business? I said, what's the percentage? 75%. And what I've learned from being in that type of business is that you become really good at it. So sometimes your partner doesn't support you.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's really difficult to run a business when your partner doesn't support you. And then a lot of them stop because they at the crossroad, they don't know what to do. So clearly they choose the marriage, right? Yeah. Or some of them become really, really successful. So then the husband's really not happy, and they keep undermining them, and they can separate.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of women, like when I was doing direct selling, a lot of women that wanted to join my business, they couldn't because their husband didn't allow them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very interesting how this is going, and it's all relating to relationships.
Wow, that's amazing.
Relationships with yourself, to trust to go out there and offer a good opportunity to other people, because that's what stops people is themselves, right?
Sure.
And also relationships. So, and you know what the kicker here is? We call it the kicker. In April 2013, when I did my very first goal setting program, one of the goals that I had was to teach in this realm of direct selling.
Really, really. Oh, I
Yeah,
got goosebumps.
yeah. I freaked 2 days ago. And on the same day, I had a meeting with one of the leaders from Intimo Lingerie, which is the company that I represented. And that was another goal, is to work
Wow.
with them.
Oh, Annie, give it up for you. Woo!
So thank you. Now, nothing is signed, sealed, deliver, or anything like that, you know. However, just having a conversation just proves that when you have a goal, when you really feel something, you know, the way you and I feel, we want to help millions of people. And even if we never meet face to face million of people, the people that we help, well, they have friends, you know.
Ripple effect.
We know hundreds and we know thousands of people, you know, we do, right? So then they know thousands of people, you know. And I was on a webinar the other day on a this guy was talking about selling, and he said his mission is to help 1,000 coaches have 1,000 clients
Oh,
each.
nice.
So he said, I want to help 1,000,000 people, which means he wants to work with 1,000 coaches, each of them get 1,000 clients.
That's beautiful.
Right? So that, I mean, he is succinct, he's clear, he knows exactly what he wants. Right? And I just, I really like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was good, huh? So, like I say, I want to help a million relationships. Now, in this lifetime or the next one, because I want to leave my methodology as a legacy. And considering I want to have 300 coaches around the world teaching it, I would say I'm going to help millions of people. Yay!
Sure.
Right?
So we
I
all
say
have
with you,
goals. I'm going to reduce the divorce rate. You know?
do you know, I truly believe that's possible.
Sure, if people work on their money, 70% of divorces are because of money. If people work on their money and come together with that, the divorces will definitely go down. And people will be happier. They'll have better relationships. Their children will be more stable. The children will reach their goals. They'll be goal oriented instead of material oriented. I mean, life will on this planet will change dramatically once people are solvent financially.
Now I have goosebumps because I was just thinking, I'm going to keep on threatening you with you and I doing some work together. Because I do it from a connecting them from a relationship perspective. You helping them with one of the biggest elements of a marriage, which is the financial side of things. And if you have two different blueprints coming together and they don't match, big problem.
No,
Big problem. And that's what happened in my marriage.
Huh.
Yeah. So my blueprint was, oh wow, I knew every cent, I knew everything, I was budgeting, I was everything, and then I gave my power away. And it's not that he didn't abuse me financially or anything like that. Not at all. None. We just somehow couldn't connect in what we wanted from our marriage. But other than that, he was a great husband in other ways, right? So I had no financial abuse or social abuse or physical abuse. Nah, none of that. So, but something happened when we came together, because before he bought a car cash, and back in those days when he was 19, to buy a $30,000 car cash, because he saved his money, But something happened. And then I lived, before I met him, I lived by myself. I paid all my bills. I made my income. I lived within my means. And then we came together, and I don't know what happened.
Wow.
And we got into so much debt, like we really lived it up. And we started to live beyond our means.
Yeah. Oh, we should talk about that video you sent me this week on that subject, on families living above their means. Oprah Winfrey did an interview, which I am going to take that interview and I'm going to dissect it for my community, because it's crazy. It's crazy.
I spent, and I was, for 2 minutes I was beating myself up at night when I went to bed, because I thought to myself, I didn't do anything today. I spent the whole day watching videos, and I studied, I was watching the behavior of that couple. When I was watching that video, I thought of you. I thought, you're going to love this. Did you see the second one?
I saw the second one as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
And you know what, Annie? I don't watch videos because I'm very careful about how I spend my time and what I'm doing during the day. I watched this from beginning to end in the middle of the day, as soon as I opened it up, and I couldn't stop watching it. I was really, and we can't talk about it now because we don't have time, but maybe we'll talk about it next week, because just the dynamic of not so much, the story is a story that's well known, overspending, okay? There's 80% of the world overspends, okay? So at least the Western world. So that's a very familiar story. This is a little bit extreme, so it's worth seeing. But the way the coach handled it, oh my God. Oh my God. There is a lot of lessons of what not to do, I think. What not to do when you're coaching. So
oh my God, I'm losing you.
No.
The internet stopped. I'm going, no, this is the best part.
Because the energy right now behind what happened here, the energy is crazy. So we definitely have to talk about it, to debrief it, because there's a lot of learning on what to do and what not to do when you're coaching, when you're being coached. Relationships, communication, there are a million lessons in that video, and none of them are what's obvious. The obvious picture is not really what you're seeing. So I'd love to talk about it with you, analyze it.
Do you know, I was actually just thinking the next week, and maybe we should advertise this in some way, is we should do this as a Zoom live.
Oh, wow. That would be very cool.
And invite people into this. I think it would be really, really, really good.
And on this subject?
On that video. And if you want to meet with me beforehand, if you want to, and we can discuss it, because I was listening to it from a financial perspective. Do
it as a relationship perspective.
I was watching the wife, and there was something really, really askew there. And I saw fear, I saw shame. And when the coach said, you have greatness in you, she had tears in her eyes, and I went, oh my God. So there is so much to that video. Like, I have goosebumps. I was like this.
Yeah.
I was holding my breath watching this show.
Yeah, it was really amazing. So we should do that. We should do a call, to dissect this video. I mean, we can't show all of it, but to dissect it, show parts of it, and talk about it from a perspective of finance, of coaching, interpersonal communication going on there, relationships. So there's a whole lot of relationship stuff going in there, with self, with partner. I mean, there was so much stuff in that video. And, I have a lot to say about it. And you saw Oprah's face. She was so surprised at how they were being treated by the person she brought into the room to take care of them. I don't know if it's reality TV, if it was meant to be like that for reality, or she was really, being authentic, I don't know, but man, I would love to talk about it.
Yeah, well, and I actually just thought about it now, whether we should do it on our day, like on the Thursday, because 3:30 my time is when people are working.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering whether we should do it on Sunday.
We might be able to. So we will check this out. We will let you all know when we are going to do this debrief of the great financial coaching session live on the Oprah Winfrey Show between a man and his wife, or a wife and her man, and work on that. So if money is an issue for you guys at home in your relationship, this would be a great session for you, a great call for you. So we will definitely, Annie, do that.
I think we should do that. This is a big one.
Huge.
And it's a very important one right now with what's going on in the world.
Yeah, right, it's important all the time because money is forever. I mean, that's how we live. We live off of money. Money defines us in many ways. Unfortunately, it's the big core of your energy, your emotion, your reactions all stem out of this security. Money is so much in people's lives, much more than it needs to be. It's just a simple resource, objective, simple resource, but people put so much on it as a thing, and it's not. So I think that's a place where we can stop for today, because this is like, oh my God, I'm blowing up here.
At the moment. Okay, my brain is already going, so we need to take this offline. So bye for now. This is Annie Callis from Melbourne, Australia.
From Israel. Have a great weekend. Love you all. Love you, Annie. Bye.
Bye. Love you too.